Hey everyone, Randy here from ESG. Today we're going to kind of be going over some old news, but something I think is really important going forward. So 5.4 just came out recently, and in 5.1, which was a little bit ago, they started depreciating some things. One of those being the default input system, which was in Unreal Engine 4, and in Unreal Engine 5, they started replacing it with the enhanced inputs. Now, what does this mean exactly? So this system here being depreciated means it's going to eventually go away. So if you're creating any new projects in Unreal Engine 5, stop using this, and if you're not too far in it, you can go ahead and start replacing it with the enhanced input. And if you don't know how to use the enhanced input, it is definitely more complicated than project settings. The project settings input system. However, it's a lot more versatile and a lot more customizable. And if you're looking to do simple things with it, it's not terrible to set up. Now, let's say you've already got a complete input system built and everything's set up and ready to go, but now you've heard this and you heard it's depreciating. Are they not going to support it anymore? Well, Epic put out an announcement that's saying it's going to be backwards compatible. Now, how long that's going to be backwards compatible for, I'm not certain. So, for instance here, let's say you have all these inputs and you're like, well, I've already got them set up. I don't want to switch to enhanced input. I'm already too far in. So, down here, when you go to default classes, you'll see a default player input class and a default input component class. You're going to go ahead and select these and switch to enhanced player enhanced input. All right, there you go. Now if you go over here, so up top here, this is what the enhanced input function looks like when it goes to jump, and I've disconnected them, and this is what the non-enhanced input function looks like, and it's connected to jump. So I'm gonna go ahead and play. You can see that I can jump even though I turned that off. So let me go back. I can hit player input. And in my settings, I got rid of all the original project-based inputs, all right? So I should only be able to do one thing in here, and that's jump. So I can't move, I can't shoot, but I can jump. And again, I'll show you the backwards compatibility. Go down here, switch to enhanced on each. Go ahead and play. And we can move around, but I already have the enhanced input, so it's working. But I disconnected the enhanced input for jump, as you saw, but it still allows me to jump. So that's a backward compatibility feature. Now, what does this kind of mean for the future? Well, in Unreal Engine, when something's depreciated, when you call that function, eventually it won't actually allow you to compile and use that function, or it'll give you a bunch of warnings. So in Unreal Engine 5.1, this is where it was actually introduced. So in 5.1 or greater, you will have backwards compatibility, or not issues, but you will get warnings or possibly compile errors when placing these, because they'll be warning you about depreciation. Now, if you are in Unreal Engine 4 and you're transferring your project to Unreal Engine 5, 5.0 will work fine. Anything more than that, you might get warnings. However, again, everything's backwards compatible, so don't fret. And if you're curious on how to actually use the enhanced input, it is officially a plugin, but now it was a plugin, and now they're officially kind of transferring it over. So if we go to our plugins here, we can look it up. Enhanced input. Yep, there it is. So it says it's in beta. It's not really in beta. It's workable. It's being used in official outputs for games. So go ahead and start using it. And you don't know how to use it, I actually put a video up. I think it was my first video showing how to use it. So I can put a link to that in the description. And if you'd like to see more about the enhanced input, or what do you like to see specifically about it, let me know. And I'll see you in the next video, and take care, y'all.